Right, I'm delighted to be here with Tom Aspinall ahead of an absolutely massive fight against Sergey Pavlovich. It's come last minute. Can you set the scene for me, right? Where were you when Dana gave you the call? How's this all come about?
Well, it weren't actually Dana, to be honest. It was his right-hand man. It was his right-hand man. I was asleep. Yeah, I was asleep. It was like 6 a.m, you see, 6 a.m. So I was sleeping. My phone was ringing. I missed it, actually. I just heard, like, the last bit. And, you pick your phone up and see who it is, like, seeing who it was. It's like, oh. And then it went off, like as I was looking at it, like, it stopped ringing. It's like, oh my God, it's like 6:05. I've got 3 hours till I have to leave, going back asleep. Put the phone down, and then I was like, I can't sleep. What am I thinking? I'm going to have to ring him back. So I rung him back, and I just asked him, like, what's going on? And he just asked me, am I healthy? I said, yeah, I'm healthy. He said, will you be ready to fight in 2 weeks? And I said, I can be ready if you want. Like, I said, why, what's going on? He said, I'll ring you tomorrow and I'll tell you what's happened. So fast forward 24 hours. Well, actually less. He rung me at 4 a.m. the next day. So I was asleep again. I was like, mate, I answered the phone. I was like, hello. He said, I woke you up again. And I was like, well, yeah, it's 4 a.m. I'm usually asleep at this time. He said, right, this is what's happened. John Jones is injured. Blah, blah, blah. Told me the whole story. And I just said, I'm in. Get me in. I'll be ready in 2 weeks.
I mean, it's clear he doesn't care much about your sleeping pattern, but obviously he vows you to give you this massive opportunity. Ironically, the exact same way Michael Bisping got it. It's so poetic. What would it be like to replicate his achievement and do it on 2 weeks' notice?
Well, Bisping is obviously a UK MMA legend. Not only a UK MMA legend, but an MMA legend as well. Bisping's like a dear friend of mine, really close friend. So to be able to do that, that would be amazing. Mate, to be able to win a title under any context would be amazing. But to do it like Bisping did it, that's what dreams are made of, isn't it, I think?
The last time we spoke, you told me that you and Bisping have had a couple of wacky nights out. He loves a pint. You told me that, to be clear. And the fact is that you're going into this massive show at the end of the year. Tales of the Octagon. If you could win a belt and bring that over, that would be an absolutely amazing thing for the fans there.
Yeah, that would be a great time. I'm sure me and Bisping will definitely put away a few beers that weekend. Yeah, Bisping's a wild guy after a beer. Loves a beer. Yeah, it's going to be good, mate. If I can turn up with the belt, even better. Like, I'll be showing off the belt at the Tales of the Octagon show. That'd be good.
It's weird as well because your dear mate, Phil Hawes, I saw him walking about before, KSW heavyweight champion. The last time we spoke, you said that you're partial to a rum. We know that he loves his pizzas, loves his burgers. Your last fights, obviously, you beat Tybora, he defended his title. Were you able to get together after that and really soak it up and have a good night out?
Yeah, we went out there because he fought the week before. I fought, I think. Yeah, he did. He fought the week before I fought. He came and did me corner. So, yeah, we went out after that. It was a good time. Phil's in good shape. He's training for something coming up that's not been announced yet. So, yeah, Phil's a good guy, mate. Like you say, loves his pizzas, loves his beers. And you got to respect that. Good stuff.
I absolutely respect that. It's amazing to see that there's an athlete out there that eats like me, which is pretty good for me. But when you're looking ahead to Pavlovich, obviously a dynamite puncher, what is the game plan going into this one? Have you got to move about the octagon?
Well, I definitely don't want to get punched by him if I don't have to. I'm going to try and not get hit. That's the plan. Hit him, don't get hit. Who knows? Who knows what happens? I might kick him in the nuts if I have to. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how it all goes. But like I say, Pavlovich is a very dangerous man, so I don't fancy getting hit off him.
And looking ahead to the new UFC game, I know that you've posted up your new player up on Instagram. Looks very impressive, to be quite honest with you. Are you looking forward to getting onto the PlayStation and using him?
I've not actually got a game console, a PlayStation or a Xbox or whatever. I don't really play games, but I played the old one on my mates a bit. Yeah, I'd like to. I've seen the new, like you say, I've seen the graphics on the new one. I actually really think it looks like me. Funny enough. Yeah, I'd definitely like to have a game, but I'm not a big gamer, to be honest with you.
When you were younger, were you ever into it? Like in the days of Lego Star Wars, your Raymans, back in like the PlayStation 2 sort of era growing up?
Yeah, I used to play on the PS2 and the what's it called, the Game Boy. Used to play Pokemon and all that. Yeah, I used to do all that, but yeah, it's not really for me, mate. I'm 30 years old. I've got children and that. I never get it when people are like in the 30s playing games all the time. I don't know. It's just not really my thing. It's not really my thing. I'm not much of a gamer.
And I think a really nice way to conclude this interview, I know you've spoken quite candidly recently on your child's autism diagnosis. I was wondering what you could tell me about that, what that journey's been like for you, and if you have any advice to parents that are going through the same thing.
Autism's a bit of a tough one because, like, I'm quite new to it because my kid's only 4. and he's only been diagnosed now about 18 months, something like that. So I wouldn't like to go out there giving advice, but I got given some great advice off Paddy McGuinness, actually, who has 3 autistic children. And at the time when I met Paddy, I just watched his documentary, funny enough, on his children. And I noticed that a lot of the stuff that he was saying, I kind of coincided with my kids' behaviour. And then I asked him about it, like, what's the best thing to kind of do? And he said, push for a diagnosis as much as you can. Because as soon as they get diagnosed, you can start getting help, because, like I said, it's such a massive spectrum that every kid's completely different. So you need it personalised on your kid. But the waiting list now to get your kid diagnosed, there's so many undiagnosed autistic kids at the moment, it's unreal. So the waiting time is massive. Luckily, I'm in a position financially where I could pay for it privately to get it fast-tracked. But yeah, if you can, I know it's really, really tough for people, but push for a diagnosis if you can.
And I know, obviously, you winning this UFC title, it's the culmination of years of hard work, but it also allows you to be a vessel to raise awareness for autism.
Yeah, I've just got a gum shield that says autism awareness on it, which is pretty cool. And yeah, I just think it needs to be spoke about, accepted a little bit more. Like I say, I'm pretty new to it, so I don't like giving people advice on it, because there's people there who've been living with it for 40 years and parents up there who obviously brought up children and they're adults now and they're still dealing with it. So I'm still a bit unsure about giving advice about it, do you know what I mean? Because I'm so new to it. But I feel like it should be, it's getting more and more popular, mate, each year, each time a kid's born. So if I can bring up some kind of, if I can use my platform for some kind of good, that would be nice.
Well, Tom, it's been an absolute pleasure talking to you. I can't wait to watch against Pavlovich. I wish you all the luck in the world. But before I let you go, is there anything else that you would like to mention?
I don't really feel like I need to tell people to tune in, because I think they're going to tune in anyway. I think it's the most exciting fight that the heavyweight division's come up with for years, to be honest with you. We're talking about the guy with the shortest fight average in the UFC, which is me, against the guy with the second shortest fight average in the UFC, which is Pavlovich. And I think that speaks for itself, do you know what I mean? I think that two massive guys, two guys who are just running through everybody, and just enjoy it.